Okay, today I'm going to be food prepping my diet meals for the week, especially my lunches and dinners. I'm going to be making Weight Watcher friendly salmon patties, budget friendly as well. And then I'm going to be cooking fresh wild caught salmon baked in lemon juice with vegetables. So in here we have 1 cup of pancos, breadcrumbs, and I've drained 2 cans of salmon. Again, you can use fresh, but this is supposed to be just something quick you can throw together when you're busy, you're working, whatever you got going on. You don't have time for, baking fresh and all that. Okay, so 2 cans of that. Now this is going to end up making 10 patties. You need to crumble up 20 saltine crackers. Let's see. There's 16, so I need this package plus 4. And you just take a few and crumble them up in there. Make sure you wash your hands well before you start this, because nobody wants you handling their food when you ain't even washed your hands. That's gross. Okay, 4 more. So you're going to use a total.
Motion detected at the backyard.
Turn that stupid thing off. Alright. So you have a total of 20 saltine crackers and 1 cup of pancos and 2 cans of salmon drained well. Now, I don't like to add a bunch of salt to these. I mean, you can, but since I'm on Weight Watchers, I try to watch my sodium. So I just add pepper and parsley to mine. This is fresh ground pepper. Add a little to before you mix it. And then when you're fixing them, you can do them in the air fryer or on the cooktop. One's just as good as the other as long as you don't use a bunch of grease. Alright. Now we're going to add 4 eggs. Now this is actually a doubled recipe. I usually do half this size, but Roscoe don't start. I usually do half this recipe, but it's going to be a long week and I don't want to have to cook again, so we're going to do some food prep ahead. Alright, now I don't think I'm forgetting anything. Now this is the point where you can add extra seasonings, you can add lemon, a little dash of seafood seasoning, whatever. Now here's the fun part. Make sure you take off all your rings. Like I said, make sure that your dadgum hands are washed, because don't be gross, okay? Then you get in here and you just mix it up with your hands, because no, you cannot do this effectively with a fork. No, you mash it, you squeeze it all together. And you got to make sure and turn it and get all of your breadcrumbs incorporated into that too, because they were on the bottom. And you can add stuff to your bowl in whatever order you want, as long as you get all the ingredients in. And when you're absolutely sure that everything's mixed well, you can patty them up. Now what I like to do, because you're wanting to make 10 patties out of this, so what I like to do is start out with small patties, and then if I see that I'm going to have leftover, you can always go back and add more. You know what I mean? When you're making half of this recipe, it is easier to gauge what size patty too. The more of this you've got made up, it's a little bit harder to tell. But in general, You know, like a hamburger patty. Okay. It's getting mixed up pretty good. See, that's so much easier than trying to do it with a fork and all that. Plus, you gotta get your hands in it anyway to patty it up, so what's the point of doing it with a fork or spoon? There is no point. Now, on this salmon that's canned, you can take the bones out if that's what you prefer, but I like the bones. Plus, a fun fact that I didn't know until recently is, I'm taping, would you shut up? One thing that I found out recently is the bones have vitamin D in them, and it's one of the few foods that actually has vitamin D that hasn't been put into it by the company, like, you know, some of the cereals and stuff that are fortified. They have added vitamin D, but the vitamin D in the bones that's in this is natural, so I leave them in. Plus, I like them. They give a good little crunch to it. It's hard to get them the exact same size, but you mean you can get it pretty close. And I'm sloppy cook, slinging it everywhere, but whatever. Let's see, we've got 4, 5, 6, 7, 3 more. It looks like I might have them just about right. I just spray my pan with a little bit of pan spray. I'm probably getting it on the camera. See, I've got 8, so I need 2 more. Let's see. I know these are the right size, so I'll go ahead and put them in the pan and get them going. You see? Just pan spray in your patties. And you can do them in the air fryer, or you can just fry them up over here on your stove top on medium heat. I also need to get my other stuff going for my salmon. That's another 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 2 more. And I may do a few of these in the air fryer too, just for time reasons mainly. Yeah, you know, they might be a little bit different in size, but it's not going to be enough to really make a big difference in points, I wouldn't think. These are 4 points each on the green Weight Watchers plan. I'm not sure about the others. But they're very filling, and that's what I like about this dish is after you eat them, you know you've had something, you're not still starving. And they're real good to have in the evening because you're not running your blood sugars through the ceiling, eating something real sugary, and you can have a good healthy protein that keeps you full instead. Oh, okay. All right, now we've got those pattied up and ready to fry, and I just like to sprinkle a little pepper and parsley over top when they're in the pan. Not sure how much it is you can see, but we're just frying them in pan spray with pepper and parsley on top. Now, we're going to start, go ahead and pepper and parsley these, or I'll forget. Can you see them? That's before they go in to be fried. In cooking spray, not oil. 0 points. Okay. Now, and I really love getting my salmon from Wild Alaskan. It's expensive, but it's very worth it. It's delicious. Filling, low in points, and has really helped me with my weight loss journey so far. Now, I like to bake this salmon, and the only thing I do is get my foil out. Why did I put that pan up? See, I need to put a lid on that pan too. Cover your pan if you're doing those on the stovetop. Now I do a little spritz of Pam. And my oven's preheated to 375 right now. Like I said, I have never found any salmon that was this good anywhere else. Look at it. It's beautiful. Skin side down on the Pam. Then I take my seasoning, which is Seafood Magic seafood blend. You can use any favorite seafood, herb, or spice. Just make sure you check and that it's 0 points. Then I take real lemon juice, and drizzle it over the top. Now make sure if it starts trying to run out of your foil, you grab it right quick and get it folded before it has time to run away from you, where it will stay, where the juice will stay in the meat. See, make up a little packet. Then I just throw it in the pan like that. And I do 2 at a time. Because like I said, I'm making meals for a couple days for this week. And on scissors, make sure that if you're going to need scissors for opening food packaging, that you have a pair, that looks so good, that you have a pair specifically for the kitchen, and that you clean them after use with hot water and Dawn, or, wash them. Okay. Because you can really easily cross-contaminate meats and things like that. Food safety is important. Last thing you want is for someone to eat your cooking and get sick, because then they're gonna be telling everybody they got sick at your house eating your cooking, and well, no, we ain't doing that. No botulism today, honey. It's a thick piece. See, $3.75 for 17 minutes. Now, we got everything going. So when you got your stuff on the stove top and your other stuff in the oven, it's a good time to just do cleanup real quick. Wash your scissors and, pick up all the stuff and throw your trash away. Because you're going to be in there just waiting anyway, right? Why not go ahead and get it done where you don't got to do it later? Easy peasy. Easy peasy, breezy. Okay, now. Get that counter a little bit better later. Oh, I'm going to need those again. Look at my beautiful flowers my friend Angela got me. Aren't they pretty? She's such a good friend. She's a sweetheart. I love her. Thank you, Angela. Okay, now. I like to tie up all these salmon cans and salmon plastic and stuff in a couple of grocery bags before I put them in the trash. Because if you don't, and you live out in the country like I do, best believe the animals is going to get in your trash. If you bag it, double bag it, whatever, a couple times, they won't. Alright. Let's see. I think I might do a couple of these in the air fryer. Just to see. I've never done them in the air fryer, and I'd kind of like to see how they do. Hush, Roscoe. I don't think I want to do them all until I see how they will do in there. So I think first we will, I don't know, put the air fryer together. There we go. Now, just a little rack in there. I think we will spray it with Pam and lay one in there and do one and see how it does first, in case we don't like it. Okay, we'll do the little one. That way I can taste it and sample it. And I'm just spraying a little bit of oil on it so it'll make it crispy. Not oil, Pam. And I'm gonna set the air fryer setting on 385 for 15 minutes. We'll check it before then though, because it might get done quicker since it's so thin. Now, okay. I can hear these sizzling and starting up good over here. I've also got to start my vegetables, which I do frozen, and they're really easy. We do a bag of green giant rice cauliflower to go under the salmon that we're baking. And then I usually do a green vegetable like, I don't know, I really like whole green beans with a little bit of, sorry. I like whole string beans with a little bit of, I can't believe it's not butter. But you just take this whole bag and you put it into the microwave for 5.5 minutes and it's done. So we're going to do now, and then we're going to check our patties that are on the stovetop. And hope that I'm not burning them. Woo, they're going good. Oh, they look good. And then you just kind of mash them down because you want them to cook through. But yeah, they're looking good. I'll show you what they're looking like. Mmm, they smell delicious. Now the second side, you want to bump it down a little bit lower. Keep your lid on because you want it to cook all the way through. And then we have 11 or 12 minutes on that oven. And then we still have like a lot more to fry up, but I don't have to do those on camera. Now, I like to buy these little food prep containers from Amazon, but they're really extra. It's not something that you have to prep. You can food prep in your dishes and put foil over them for that matter, but I like to use these. They're really nice. You can buy them from Amazon. And I'm making 2 baked salmon plates with green beans and cauliflower, rice cauliflower. And then the patties, I'm gonna put in a different container. One like this. I don't know why I keep putting my stuff up when I'm not done with it. Habit. So let's get a plastic container like this. And as you get through frying them, you can put them in here. Get a couple more pieces of foil to lay in between the layers. patties. A couple of small pieces. I love this pan because it leaves little grill marks. I don't know if you can see them, but it leaves little grill marks on your food. They're great. They're Copper Chef pans. These are 4 points each on green. And when I say they are good, I'm not joking, sis. For real. And you see how well the egg holds them together. I mean, they don't fall apart on you or nothing. Then you just, these pans, look how good everything comes out. Spray your pan real good. And put some more in and do it again. 4 more. Oh, that one fell apart a little bit. It's fine. We'll just put it back on it. There we go. 4. Lid. And these green beans will go in as soon as the rice cauliflower comes out. And they are 4.5 minutes. I mean, you see how easy these frozen veggies are. You just take, I like to let them sit for a minute before I cover them up with the foil because they'll stay crispy. If you cover them up with the foil too quick, because I like to layer foil between layers of patties, but if you cover them up too quick, the steam will go back in them and it'll make them soggy. And I like crispy, but it's a preference thing. You can put, if you want them soft, you can put the foil on them as soon as you put them in there. The steam will go back down into them and they'll be soft. And we'll probably air fry this last one, depending on how the one in the air fryer turns out. So I've never air fried them. I just thought about it and thought that it might be delish. So we'll see. I'll wash my hands about 100 times while I'm cooking the entire time. Because that's how we roll. Okay. Riced cauliflower is done. We're going to pull it out and set it to the side. Steamed green beans are going in. 4.5 minutes. I do my frozen vegetables on the minimum time that it says because you're going to reheat these dinners through the week, so you'll be cooking them a little bit more later too. So. And even though it sucks, you got to measure your food out. You have to. Okay. I got these measuring cups from Weight Watchers, so they better be accurate. Now, hopefully I won't forget that I got stuff on the stove and burn it. It's happened before. Check his air fryer out. I don't know if I'm gonna like that or not. It looks kind of weird, but we'll see. Probably gonna stick with the stove top, but you know, you don't know until you try. Ooh, she's hot. Okay. All right, this is the 1 cup Weight Watcher measuring cup. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put 1 cup of rice cauliflower in here for me to lay my salmon on when it comes out. Just standard meal prep stuff. Now, on most foods on Weight Watcher, I highly recommend weighing them using your scale. But when it comes to vegetables, nah, we ain't doing all that. Looks just like rice, don't it? Yum, it's good too, I love it. They also have one that's called rice cauliflower medley, and it has peas and carrots in it, but it's 1 point a serving, so be mindful. I just like to get the plain. Every now and then I'll mix it up and get the one with the peas, but to me it's not worth a point for peas. I'm sorry, no, it's not. Okay. And on green beans, I mean, I'm pretty sure nobody's ever gotten fat off of eating too many green beans. So what I do is I split my bag between the two things and let it ride. This is the butter I use. 0 points. And for all you chemical Nazis that are going to come on here and tell me about all the chemicals that I'm eating in my butter, thanks, but I'm good, sis. Fully capable of making my own chemical decisions. I like to put a little bit of parsley on. I'm a big fan of parsley. Okay. Now, let me check my... I don't think we're ready to turn yet, but we'll look. Not quite yet. I don't know. We're going to flip them. I don't want them to burn. Yeah, that's a good thing I did, because they would have burnt. Okay. Green beans are done. Oh, she's about done. Won't be long now. One in the air fryer. We might have time to measure out our beans and stuff. Or to split them up, I should say. Oh, 1 minute on the salmon in the oven. So, we can start on this at least. Whew. Yeah, because there's only a couple cups of green beans in here. Man, them are hard to get out with that because they're so long. Need to turn my burner down because I've got too much going on in here at the same, too much coming off at the same time. So we need to lower her down. Okay. I don't know what that was. It just went flying. Oh yeah, much better. Okay. Okay, and that was the salmon that was in the oven. Make sure you do not cook it longer than 375 at for 17 minutes. The absolute worst thing you can do for salmon is to overcook it. Plus, people eat it raw all the time. I ain't saying I do, but if you lay it down out of the freezer the day before, if your salmon is completely thawed, there's no reason why you would need more than 17 minutes in the full, just like that. It's perfect every time if you do it like I just told you, with the toppings that I told you. When you take it out, it is the best stuff you ever had. And you can reheat it in these dishes in the microwave. Roscoe, shut up. Sorry about the dogs. They have no filter. Just like most of the other people in my life. Just saying. Alright. Now, what I do, and everybody's different in how they do stuff. Maybe I better get that out of the air fryer. There it went. Ding. Okay. Here's what the air fryer one looks like. Hang on, let me get a good grip on it. I mean, it looks good, but these are the ones fried. I don't know. What do y'all think? Let's see, I need to layer full in between, and then lay your other patties on there. Okay, now what I do with my green beans, because this is just plain old green beans. Shake the butter up, and instead of trying to spray it, I just drizzle a little over it, because we ain't trying to be stingy with the butter. You know, you don't gotta go crazy, but it's pretty good. Alright, and I like to use this vegetable magic on mine. Just sprinkle a little of that on them. Another one that's really good is 21 Season Salute. It's another favorite of mine. But this will work. Butter and a little bit of seasoning. Now for the salmon that we just baked. My dogs act a little bit crazy when I'm making this because they like the skin, so pardon the household excitement. Let me check these patties before I go any further. They're about ready too. Okay. Now, let's push it to the side for a second. These smell so good. Oh yeah. I think I'm going to do that last one. Oh, I don't want to do that yet. Let it cool for a minute. I'm going to do that last one on the stovetop. I don't know how I feel about the about the air fryer ones. I mean, it'd be okay, I guess, but I think I'm going to be partial to the stovetop method. Now, while these cool, we'll finish putting these together. Can you see? Okay. Now, oh, look how pretty those cooked up. Can you see them? Juicy. Oh, my Lord. Let's open them both up where they'll stop cooking. And you saw how I let them sit there and let them rest for a little while. That's always good to do. Ooh, oh, man, really? Okay, now. Some people like the skin. I don't really prefer it, so I just flip it over. My dogs do, though, and they expect it. So I just flip it over and scrape the skin off like that. Before I even take it out, I just scrape it off and put it to the side. And my pups are watching me right now, waiting. They're just a little on the spoiled side. But yeah. Look at those. Wow. They look great, don't they? Okay. You can't go wrong with their salmon, though. It is amazing. I've never eaten anything local or even on vacation that was good as what they send. And it comes frozen too. They pack it in dry ice. And I was surprised. I've even received shipments in the dead of summer, like in August, when it was really hot and humid here. And I thought, oh God, you know, it's gonna be melted. No, it comes froze hard. Yes. Look at that, wow. Man, that's, who wouldn't want to diet if you get to eat like that, right? Now, I'm going to give y'all your salmon in just a minute. But yeah, I want to show you my plates. And that's like 6 to 8 points for the salmon. And the vegetables are 0. So you're talking about that whole plate for 6 to 8 points. Depending on the weight of your salmon. 6 to 8 points. So, yeah. Make sure you buy wild caught. Don't get farmed. It's gross. It's just gross. And if you want to know more about what I'm talking about, just Google it. You won't have to look far. See, now you let these sit out for a little bit. And not long, because you don't want to leave seafood sitting out long. Again, food safety. But just enough, you know, to where you can stick them in the freezer. You can freeze these and pop them in the microwave like a frozen dinner, like making your own microwave meals. Or you can put them in the fridge. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pop them in the fridge, and then this week when I'm ready for dinner, all I have to do is pop it in the microwave and I'm good to go. No cooking, no dishes, no mess, no aggravation, and I can get on with my week. Which, I mean, that should be everybody's goal, right? I'm going to go ahead and put them in there. Normally, if I was going to freeze them, I would let them sit out for a little while. But since they're going straight in, it's fine. All right, guys. And that was the Weight Watchers Skinny Salmon Patties for 4 points each. And the salmon and vegetable meals for 6 to 8 points on green. Enjoy. Bye-bye.